Hello everybody and welcome back to Contrast. Last video we started our adventure with Dawn. We've been chasing Didi around and seeing her life with her family. We made it to the ghost note where her mother performs every night, and we were just heading through this door here to see where she left after she got off stage.
That's Daddy.
What are you doing here?
You're singing good tonight, Ken.
Don't smooth talk me, Johnny. We had an agreement.
Is that what you call it? I never wanted to leave. You kicked me out.
You want money from me, Johnny? Because I'm ducking the landlord.
I don't need a handout, babe. Look at this suit.
You work in another one of your famous deals?
This one's big, Cat.
Oh, sure it is. Till it blows up like last time and the time before
Not
that.
this time, babe. I'm gonna make it all up to you.
I gotta get back on stage.
Then meet me after. I'm staying at the Excelsior.
But you think you're just gonna jitterbug your way back into our lives with a lot of sweet talk?
It's gonna be better this time, babe. You're gonna see how much better it can be. Room 529, kiddo.
Where is he going? I need to talk to him.
So obviously a lot of problems between Didi's mom and her dad, and she really seems to love her dad and wants to figure out what's going on with him, even though he's a bit of a screw-up. Before you go through the door on the left, you'll want to wrap around the stairs and go to the end of this hallway here and grab yourself another collectible. If you miss this one, you may not be able to come back and grab it because this door is going to close as soon as we exit. And that's kind of what I meant about this game being linear, is you don't always have a chance to go back to certain areas. There is chapter select, and you can use that function if you want to, but it's best to get everything on your first time.
He just went through the gate. I bet he's going to the bar. Mommy said Daddy left us, but that's not true, is it? She kicked him out. It won't open! But you could break it open. You're pretty strong.
Alright, so we get a new ability to break walls, and we're actually not going to break that wall. I'm going to go up the street back towards where we saw the gramophone, and I'm going to break this wall and grab this luminary just because it's easier to grab it now rather than have to come back for it. And if you missed anything in the street here on your first go at it, then it would be a good idea to grab anything you might be missing now. And then when you're ready, bust through the wall here, and Didi will tell us where to go.
That's the amazing Vincenzo! He's a world-famous illusionist. What's Daddy doing with him?
That's a good question. You can try and break this and move forward, but Didi will just basically tell you that, hey, Dad's in here. So we're going to go right into the bar here.
Come on, Vincenzo. It's just some film footage of your act. Why can't you let me borrow it just overnight?
Because it is my new act and it's top secret, which is why my agent has it safely locked in his office upstairs.
I just want to show it to my investors. They want to get to know you better.
Mr. Fenris, I have performed my illusion act for the King of England and the Emperor of Japan. There are untouchables in India who tell stories of the amazing Vincenzo. If your investors don't know me, they're not in show business.
You think I can't pay you? Look at this suit. I'm staying at the Excelsior Hotel.
I've asked around about you, Mr. Fenris. People tell me not to trust you.
And I've asked around about you, Mr. Amazing. You're not as flush as you look. You've got a few debts. Which is why I think you'll perform at the opening night of my circus.
You dare accuse me of...
Look, I made a beautiful poster. Now I just need to borrow your film reel.
Until I see some earnest money from you, I'm damned if I will lend you the time of day.
All right. I'll get you a check.
Cash.
Cash, don't worry. I'll call you tomorrow.
It's been such a pleasure meeting with you. Thanks for the drink.
I get the impression that Johnny has quite a few debts with quite a few people, and this is just a new scheme that he's cooking up. On the poster there is a poster of the magician that he was meeting with, the great Vincenzo. So we need to go upstairs to the manager's office, and in order to do that, we are going to have to create a platform up towards the balcony. So I'm going to go ahead and position the shadow right on the left side of the stage. You can't jump up on the right as far as I'm aware. And so the best thing to do is to get yourself onto the left-hand side of the balcony. And then we can wrap around this way. And there's a shadow on this wall for us to walk across. There's another luminary here. We've got half of them now. That's 5 out of 10. And then just like that, we've wrapped around to the right-hand side. And in the manager's office here, this is the film reel, but we want to grab the luminary here as well as this collectible, which is a newspaper article, once again, about Vincenzo. And then we'll also grab the reel. So once you have the reel, go ahead and go back out the front door that we came in from.
Thank goodness! Now we have to get the movie to him. I think he's going to the cinema to meet his friends. Mr. Fenris, I have performed for the King of the Universe. There are monkeys who know about the amazing Vincenzo. If your investors haven't heard about me, they're stupid. Oh no, there's no way to get across. I know. If we could get the spotlight working, then I could track you with it. But it's out of power. We need some luminaries. Do you have any?
So Didi's quite the colorful little girl. I actually quite like her personality. She's very spunky. And so we need to have a minimum of 3 luminaries in order to get this light working. And then once we have them, we can insert them, and now we have the spotlight running. So what we're going to need to do is go ahead and phase our way across the gap in the sign over to the other side, and Didi will focus the spotlight on us. Now there's actually 2 achievements associated with going across this gap here. If you manage to jump from this left-hand side of the sign to the right-hand side successfully without falling in the middle of the gap, you'll get an achievement for that, but you also get an achievement for falling. And it should be noted that you have to do this jump on your first try. So if you fail this jump, you need to reload the last save and retry it. I have a really hard time with this jump for some reason. I don't know why, but I'm going to give it a go. So I'm going to go ahead and jump and then phase back in on the other side. I managed to do it. And then walk off the edge of the sign, and you'll get your achievement at the end if you manage to jump
It's too far.
successfully
Can you
without
help me,
falling.
please?
And then just to get the other achievement out of the way for falling, what we can do, I want to make the shortcut before I fall. We're going to break these. Which will allow Didi to go across. And then what you can do is
Thank
just
goodness, it was such a big jump.
fall into the gap anywhere in this area, fall to your death, and you should get another achievement for doing that. So that's about all there is for that. We're now at the theater. If we go over to the left, we can bust through this area here. And I do believe we actually come back here a little bit after we finish the theater. So this is sort of optional to do now if you'd like. But I'm going to try this jump if I can. There's just a luminary on the other side, and I don't always make this jump. Sometimes I find it a little bit tricky. And I don't think we actually need any more luminaries for this level from what I remember, so it's not required. But it's a good idea to get practice doing the jumps for some of the later platforming. This puzzle here, for example, has a little bit of timing to it. We need to be able to jump across this umbrella and then get onto this one when it pops up. And that should allow us to eventually come over to the other side here and grab that luminary. Yeah, I do believe we actually come out these set of doors when we're finished in the theater. So if you want to grab this now, you can, or if you want to grab it later, that's totally fine too. And then finally, we can grab this collectible on the ticket booth, which is just a sign that basically says that it's closed. There's nothing over to the right. So we'll go ahead and follow Didi in.
I told you I was good at fixing things. Maybe you could find another way in.
So once again, another shadow puzzle. The best way to do this, I think, is to move the man in the top hat over to the right and use his body to climb up onto the right-hand side after we get the other two cardboard cutouts out of the way here. Oh, I don't know why I grabbed the woman. I went to grab the man here. Kind of looks like Nosferatu with the claws. And I'm thinking that, I was gonna say that might actually be perfect, but I think I have to adjust it so it's a little bit lower, but that position looks really good. Once you have your guy in place, you can move him forwards or backwards to kind of shrink him or make the shadow bigger, and then we can climb up. So it takes a little bit of tweaking to get everything kind of, you know, perfect, so to speak. But again, all these things are kind of can be done relatively quickly. And I see I'm just barely short. Oh, there we go, I hopped up. Perfect, all right. And we'll wrap around to the side here and grab another collectible. This one is a prison release form for Didi's dad of passing bad checks. We need to shift into this wall here in order to bypass the door and get into the theater. And you can see Didi's waiting for us over by the stage.
Didi, what are you doing here? You're not supposed to be out this late. Where's your mom?
Did Mommy really kick you out?
Were you spying on us at the cabaret?
Are you coming home?
Well, that's my plan. I've got to convince your mother. She here?
No, I snuck out.
Oh boy, you're growing up fast. You used to be scared of the dark.
But did she really kick you out?
Well, yeah, kinda. At the time, I wasn't being very good to her, so I guess I had it coming.
I missed you so much.
I missed you too, honey. But I'm gonna come back home. I'm putting together a circus, see? It's gonna pay for everything. And you know who it's gonna star?
The amazing Vincenzo.
How much snooping around have you been doing? Yeah, it's gonna star the amazing Vincenzo. He's good, huh? Look, you're really not supposed to be out this late. I'm gonna take you home.
I brought you the milk.
Shh.
But
Shh. I got a couple of investors coming here, and they don't like kids much. I need you to run home by yourself, okay?
But I brought you...
Didi, you have to get out of here. I won't tell Mom you snuck out. Okay, go. Hey, Carmine, Silvio.
He doesn't have the movie to show them.
His name is Salvio, so why are we here?
Salvio, yeah, what did I say? I got great news. Vincenzo is in.
You have to show them the movie.
You got him? You're sure?
Sure, I'm sure. He's gonna play opening night. Really bring in the crowds.
So that's why you brought us here, huh? You're gonna show us his act?
Yeah, except the projector's broken.
Because if you don't got him, your circus is gonna flop and you're not gonna be able to pay us back.
And then I'm gonna have to break your arms, and then we see how well you swim.
Look, I'm gonna need just a little more money to finalize things with Vincenzo.
Are you kidding me? What'd you spend our money on, that suit?
Listen, it's all gonna come back to you. Oh!
Show them the movie. Show them the movie.
Alright, so before we rush in and save Johnny here, we're just gonna actually stand here for a minute and watch them beat him up for the sake of achievements. When you see your achievement or your trophy pop up on screen, we can then go and put the movie into the projector. And mine already popped up, so you only really have to watch it for a second. It doesn't take that long. So again, we're gonna use the shadow to phase into the projector room here.
Oh! Hey, knock it off, Sal. Check this out. Jeez, he is amazing.
I told you I got him.
Okay, let's go get your money.
Thanks a bunch. Look, why don't I swing by tomorrow, pick it up?
Relax. Let's go have a drink, huh? I know a guy who'll fix that finger right up.
I can't. I gotta go meet someone.
Boy, you're in a hurry, huh? She must be a real ripe tomato. You want to go meet Johnny's tomato, Sal?
I like a ripe tomato.
That tomato's my wife.
Always wanted to meet the wife. We'll play canasta. Just the four of us, hmm?
Okay, but
He's not asking, Johnny. He's telling.
They're gonna hurt my mom.
Yeah, things are not going so well for old Johnny there. So here we are, back outside this area with the umbrellas that we were in a little bit earlier. And now we just have to backtrack towards the Excelsior Hotel that they panned in on. Obviously, Johnny told Kat to meet him there, so it's right here in front of us. And the only other thing that we can collect, if you want to, it's kind of optional at this point, is the luminary that's up on the top. And so again, we're gonna get another silhouette. This time it's of a cat, and she's just singing. And again, might just take a couple of jumps to actually be able to swing onto her feet, but once you do, you can hop up onto the balcony and collect the luminary, and then when you're ready, you can head into the Excelsior Hotel. We do have some more cutscenes, as well as probably the biggest amount of puzzle solving as we near the end of this chapter, so I'm going to save that for the next video. I want to thank you all so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.